Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. This is the Weekend Morning Show with hosts, as we going to put it out there from now, Danny and G in the morning.
Okay.
We're going to make that a thing.
Danny and G now.
Danny and G in the morning,
Not
live on my
morning.
radio 580 AM.
Good morning.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you for welcoming us into your homes, cars, wherever it is you choose to listen to us on this Saturday morning. And we have in studio one of our ongoing special spot guests, Mother of Dragons.
Hey, morning.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for joining us. And just so you all know, if it wasn't very clear by now, or if you're still in bed and haven't woken up yet, it is minus 13 degrees outside today.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Good. It didn't feel
Yeah.
too cool.
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad.
You know, it's going to get to a high of minus 6.
Yeah, we can live with that.
I can live with
In
that.
January.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Lower
take
minus 17.
I'm in my bed, so that's fine.
Yeah, and then, you know, maybe a flurry or two later this afternoon.
Like sprinkles?
Yeah, like a few sprinkles, yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But the
As long as it
real...
melts.
Yeah, they ain't going to melt for the next week, let me tell you that.
I know. I'm scared.
Not melting for the next week.
I'm scared.
Ugh.
But, you know, it is coming. Winter has officially arrived.
Yeah, seen some minus 30s.
Is that with the wind chill?
I don't think so.
Shh, we don't talk about these things.
Well, we'll start off with, you know, giving a couple of quick shout outs as we always do. Shout out, of course, to Mama Zita, who's always listening to us in the chat. If you see her in the Facebook chat, or as we're live on Facebook, do say good morning, say hi. Also, we didn't do last week. I just forgot. But the boss man Gershom, it was his birthday last week.
Happy belated
Oh,
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Feel free to, if you're on the My Radio socials, feel free to say hello, good morning to the boss man himself. Happy to wish him a good happy birthday. Really thankful to Gershom for, creating this space and this platform for all of us within the community to kind of get our voice and our messaging out there.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you. Most definitely. Do you guys have any shout outs?
Special guest? Want to go?
So I would like to shout out Katt Williams.
Oh, it's too early for that.
Yes, I just want to say that this made my week. Right? It gave me joy. It gave me something to live for in Hollywood and look forward to. Right? So I just want to throw that out there. Mm-hmm. That's my shout out for today. We're getting into it from now. Go for it, Danny.
Wow, I don't know if we chose violence today or
Yeah, we did.
She woke up and specifically chose violence.
So, yeah. Okay. My shout, I'm like thrown off. I don't know who to shout out to now. I want to shout out to my family, friends. You know who you are. My band, Trincan. Yeah, you too. Shout out to you. And yeah, just everyone. Oh, and Happy New Year, everyone. First Saturday of the year.
Is it?
It is the first Saturday of the year. Yeah.
Happy New Year, everyone. I just
Yeah.
want to say that as well.
Yeah, this is
sentimental.
this is our first official show of 2024.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah, anything you guys looking forward to for the new year?
Oh yeah, so much. Like clarity, getting some stuff done. I felt like this past couple years I have specifically been like sacrificing working towards things. So this year is about results. Results.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Getting results this year.
Getting some results.
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys do the New Year's resolution
No.
thing? No.
I do vision boards. Actually, I had a vision board party last night.
How did that go?
It was good. Had
Yeah?
like 60 something people on there.
I think I was going to sign up, and then next thing I know, oh, it's sold out.
It's full. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
the-
really, really good.
Yeah.
Vision boards work, man. You have to try it.
A vision board party.
A vision board party. You come together and you talk about your goals for the year and you create this vision board of things you're going to achieve. Helps you to manifest and bring it into reality. So I'm big on vision boards, not so much New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
So what's on your vision board?
On my vision board. So I want to create an Amazon store this year.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a ton of products that I use from Amazon. People always ask me for the links. I'm just going to put all of them into a store and start promoting that.
Okay. Like an
And-
affiliate kind of
Yeah,
thing?
like
Yeah.
an affiliate kind of store and make
Yeah.
that into like a separate business. That's one of the big things I'm going to do. And then, just basically growing my social media following. I have like 30,000 followers right now. If we could reach 100,000, that'd be really good. And it's doable. It's doable. So,
100,000, eh?
yeah.
How many do I have on my list? I don't know. My Facebook's probably like 2,000 people.
I don't even know how much people on my Facebook. But Instagram, between Instagram and YouTube and Threads and I don't have TikTok. So maybe I need to start
You need to
TikTok.
start
Everyone
TikTok.
is like, TikTok is the thing.
Yeah, you need to start.
Well,
You'll get
TikTok
more.
is fun.
It's
Greg loves TikTok. Every time Greg sends me a link about something
It's-
funny,
it's on
it's from TikTok.
it's fun to be on, but to be a creator on TikTok, it's work.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not a creator, but
Yeah.
it's fun just to see the
Yeah.
Stuff.
stuff.
Yeah. So maybe TikTok. I don't know. Maybe
should.
that's in light for me this year.
You should.
What about you, Danny? Do you do vision boards?
I don't.
You should, girl. It will change.
That's why I wanted to do your
life.
thing,
It
and
will
then
change your life.
that's why I wanted to do your thing, and next thing I know, it was gone. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing it this year. Try 2025.
It will change your life, man.
That's okay. You can start off 2025 with a vision board.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
I just gotta act quicker.
Yeah, by 2025, if Danny's got that 100,000 following, you got to like jump on that in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Seems so.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna take this quick song, and then coming out of the song, we're gonna jump into a few interesting topics. This is the Weekend Morning Show at My Radio 580 AM. We'll be back with you right after this. All right, everyone, welcome back. That was I Heard It Through the Grapevine with the one and only Mr. Marvin Gaye. A little classic to start off the weekend here. I want to give a shout out to one of our longtime avid listeners, Mr. BK. Happy New Year to you, BK.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for tuning in and giving us all that love and positive energy. We love you. Love all of our listeners that are out there as well that are tuning in. And yeah, hopefully we've gotten your weekend off to a good start.
Oh, we will.
All right.
Well, someone chose violence, so we definitely will.
Well, I heard it through the grapevine that one Katt Williams had something to say.
What did you have to say, Greg?
Well, for those of you that don't know who Katt Williams is, just to get a little perspective, he is one of the funniest men alive.
Okay.
Well, you know what? He wasn't really on my radar as one of the funniest men alive until now.
No,
Like I feel like if now I've seen the genius.
What?
To me, honestly, Dave Chappelle is the funniest man alive. Katt Williams was always up there, but I feel like if Hollywood has really played him as being someone who abuses substances, and that somehow lost credibility in my mind, and I don't know why I always had this perception. So I'm very happy that he came and set the record straight.
Okay, Katt Williams.
I've always had that perception that he's somebody who's like reckless.
No.
And he has been arrested so many times. I'm like, yo, you're doing too much.
No, Katt Williams is like from pre-Death Comedy Jam days.
I'm not talking about the history of this thing. I'm talking about how funny I think somebody is.
No, but his longevity in comedy, like if he's one of the guys that helped make Death Comedy Jam and BET Comedy Central and all those things back in the mid to late 90s. That Katt Williams was a fixture.
And still on my radar, he was not there.
That's the same.
Danny, was Katt Williams before
He
this?
was. No, he was.
I don't know. He just wasn't
He
there.
was.
And I love a good comedy.
Okay,
I
well,
love a good comedy.
Katt Williams got some of the best.
Yeah, he does.
Some of the best comedy.
Stand-up.
Oh,
Maybe it's because he hasn't really been in the movie scene as much as other comedians.
well, he doesn't do a lot of.
He doesn't do a lot of movies.
He doesn't do a lot of movies.
Well, we know why now.
He does a lot of TV shows. No, he does a lot of TV shows.
We know why now.
And he has one of the best cartoon animated characters.
As the Moondocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A pimp called Slipback. Oh,
That show's still on.
yeah,
Yeah.
Is it?
yeah. Boondocks still on. But like,
Interesting.
yeah, a pimp called Slickback. The first time I saw that character, I almost died.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I mean, I think he probably has like 2 or 3 of my top all-time scenes from the
Oh my
movie.
god.
Like outrageous.
I don't know, man. I think like we get fed who they want to be
Oh,
popular.
100%.
Because now I'm looking at this interview and I'm like, yo, why are we underrating Katt Williams? Like, this guy is a legit genius. He has been just played a wrong set of cards. Now that he's setting the record straight, everybody's running and hiding.
Yep.
Right? It's like, well, how has this been allowed to be pulled over our eyes? I mean, I've been recognizing this genius to the corner sitting down.
I don't know. Well, Danny, what did he do this week to choose violence?
Oh, well, he called out like what, 10 comedians?
Minimum.
Minimum 10.
Minimum.
He called out who? Kevin Hart. Well, Ludacris is not really a comedian, but
Yeah.
He's a well-known guy.
yeah, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Rick Smiley, Michael Blackson. The list goes on.
PDD.
Yeah,
Kanye.
Tyler Perry, Diddy.
Tyler Perry. Yeah. Like,
I actually made notes. I was trying to actually make a list of everyone I heard him talk about. So I had Kevin Hart,
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish,
Oh, Tiffany Haddish. Yeah.
Gary Owen.
Yeah. Well, he didn't really go in on Gary Owen. He
No.
kind of gave him his flowers.
Yeah, he gave him his flowers.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker.
oh, yeah.
Oh, I missed that one. I
Oh,
need to.
Oh no, he
oh.
gave Chris Tucker like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he
enough.
went to town
It
on
was
Chris Tucker.
That
Okay.
30 seconds was enough. Like,
See, like I said earlier, there were parts where I was just like, wait, come again? And I had to go back. So now I have to rewatch the whole thing.
oh, he gave Chris Tucker half a bar, and it was enough to shut the
Jeez.
place down. Was it Joe Rogan? He mentioned. Faison got the business.
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors got the business.
Yeah, Jonathan Major, yeah.
Kanye West.
Lord.
Lord.
He got a good chunk.
Oh, I mean, I don't even know where to start. We could talk for 2 hours about this whole. And the interview was
We could.
It could take the whole show.
You know what, though? I appreciate that show that he went on. I've never seen an episode before then.
Oh, his interviews are amazing.
Yeah, it's like really creating a safe space for people to just come. And I love the fact that the interview was uncut.
Yeah.
Well,
So even when he made an error, they went and they corrected it. They didn't cut it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Shannon Sharp, who hosts Club Shay Shay, he himself set the world on fire in 2023. For those of you that don't know, Shannon Sharp is a Hall of Fame National Football League tight end. Literally one of the greatest tight ends of all time. And usually when you retire from football, in sports, they kind of typecast you. Like, you're a football guy. You can only talk about football. We'll bring you on for the football season, and that's it.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp got the opportunity to be a co-host on Undisputed on FS1 and to show his range in sports and the intersection with culture and community and all that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The problem is he outshone Skip Bayless.
That's a no-no.
That's a no-no. Skip Bayless is the man. You don't come
As Katt
on.
Williams would say, the gatekeeper.
Yeah. He's one of the gatekeepers in that industry.
Yeah.
And he brings you on his show to give you a chance to fly. You don't outshine the gatekeeper. And so they had a very public on-air, like that episode is one of the most watched episodes of Undisputed. People were like, are they actually going to get into a physical fight
I
here?
thought they were.
Oh, I thought Shannon was going to
I
reach
thought he was
over.
going to knock him out.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks later, Shannon's like, yeah, after the NBA Finals, I'm done. And now he's on First Take on ESPN. And he has Club Shay Shay. He's always had Club Shay Shay, but ESPN has allowed him to.
Actually do it.
Yeah. Oh,
And so
interesting.
he himself is a figure of like, yeah.
Controversy.
Oh, he knows how to set the room on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call on air. They call him Uncle Shannon. Unc.
But I feel like in this interview with Katt Williams, he was trying to cool that room down. Because those questions, I'm pretty sure on his pamphlet, he was passing over some questions like, no, this guy, before he could even get his first question, and Katt was like, listen, listen, you allow some people to come on your show, and I don't
disrespect
understand
you.
why.
Why? Yeah.
I don't understand why.
When he said that, I was like, yo.
Guy can get a word in for like the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no question in the first, like 30 minutes is gone. There was no question asked. It was just like, and he was just dropping hot fire.
And then like after that, he's like, oh, let's go back to your childhood. Try to get away. He's like, let's move away from this. Because I'm not sure if my sponsors are going to appreciate all of this truth. You know?
No, the
It was
sponsors.
genius.
Getting a call from the guys up at Disney and ESPN saying, hey, so can we... Pretty sure the producer's phone was ringing off the hook.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
like, what are some of your like takeaways from that interview though? Because I mean, he dropped so much stuff.
My biggest takeaway from that is people always assume Katt Williams is under the influence, and that guy doesn't even touch hard drugs. And I believe him.
Yeah.
I believe him because
never
he's
touched
so
it.
honest about the things that he has done. He admitted to leading a semi-life of crime while he was homeless. He admitted to so many things, right? Being broke, living in the trailer park while he was shooting films, right?
Yeah.
And again, wrong perception completely. And I think that has really tainted my view personally. I can speak for myself of him over these past years. Just this wrong perception that I've had.
Well, again, that's what he would say, the gatekeepers that were
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, it's like really sad, and I think I need to like check myself on how well able to like really distinguish someone's personality from just these perceptions.
Right.
Because no one ever confirmed this, but I just always had this perception because of hearing him getting locked up so often, and you never really get any full story, but you just assume it's something to do with drugs or violence, you know.
And Katt Williams doesn't do interviews.
He doesn't.
So there's no room for him to explain himself. So these
Yeah.
perceptions just run wild.
Yeah, and they know that.
Yeah, and he even said, I think in the beginning, he's like, he doesn't do interviews because he's not trying to sell nothing. He's not trying to promote a movie.
Promote anything, yeah. Yeah.
Like, and if he does an interview, it's with somebody that he feels he legitimately would want to talk to in real life.
Yeah.
Yep. Which he very few people has his admiration. And the fact that he likes Dave Chappelle makes me know Dave Chappelle is really a real G. I know Dave Chappelle is not on that list because I love Dave Chappelle too.
You know who wasn't? You know who he did not mention?
Who?
Eddie Griffin.
Ah,
True. But were they
maybe
close
just a
like
neutral.
That?
Well, I don't know if they were close, but he definitely wasn't close to a lot of the people he mentioned on this list. But Eddie Griffin is one of Eddie Griffin is like, what do you say, funny and big time comedian. I guess they just probably didn't get to any questions.
Oh my goodness. The one thing that got me was when he mentioned certain people wearing dresses. That was the thing that got me. I had to watch that 3 times because it was interesting the way he explained it. And when you think about it, it's like, oh, yeah, they only wear dresses in movies.
Well, it's not that they only wear. I think what he was also trying to say is your path to success in Hollywood as a black comedic actor is you must take a role in which you put on a dress. And there are so many of these, and Black Twitter backed him up.
Yeah.
And I literally saw the photos from the internet where people were pulling up all the black comedic actors that
have worn dresses.
Yeah, and I was like, wow,
there's a lot of them.
There's a lot.
And where are they? What are they doing right now?
Well, some of them went on to actual success, like like Eddie Murphy.
Yep.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's successful, but it's
not. No.
Tyler Perry's a huge success.
He's successful. You got to give him. I mean, he built his movie studio in Atlanta.
From wearing a dress.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tyler Perry is one of our, for the culture, success stories.
Yeah, he's a success story. You like his movies or not like his movies or gatekeeping or whatever, but his success is undeniable.
Why are you trying to play down Tyler Perry?
I'm not a big fan of him.
He's not a big fan. Okay,
I'm not a big fan of him.
Tyler Perry has never done any film that I thought was like, oh wow, this is
exactly. They're all the same.
Yeah,
they're all exactly the same.
Yeah, there's only so many
different
ways.
People.
Yeah, there's only so many ways you can do Medea.
Yeah. Or something close to that.
Yeah, and as Katt Williams said, he doesn't know how to play a convincing man. That floored me when he said that.
No, but it's true because there was one movie, I can't even remember the name of the movie that he was in, and I think he was a lawyer, and I was like,
yeah, I know that movie, and it was just odd to see him in that role because we've seen him in a dress for so long.
Yeah, and I'm like, you can't do this. I don't believe you're a lawyer. No.
You're Medea.
You're Medea, so stay there.
But that could just be because we've just gotten used to seeing. It's like whenever I see this guy who plays Harry Potter play anything else, I'm like, oh, look, Harry Potter.
True.
Is playing this role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People who play roles really well, you just like adapt that to that's who they are now, right?
Well, that's when you know they're doing it too much.
Yeah.
And Katt Williams made it very clear. That's the only thing he can play.
Listen, Katt Williams just went for war.
He did. And I feel like he won because a lot of celebrities are either silent or trying to correct. No, that didn't happen. Let me know.
I mean, there are people that were like, when you say, there's an old time saying that a hit dog will holler. Man, were people hollering this week.
A lot of them were, yep.
Hollering to anybody that would listen.
Someone was saying, I'm on Instagram Live as well. Someone was saying Dr. Doolittle.
Oh, Dr. Doolittle. Wow. Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're not lying, though. Are they wrong?
They're not.
I mean, it just blows my mind how how right he was on so many things.
I think it goes back to this whole dance for me, entertain me kind of historic way how people see black entertainers.
Yep.
Like, dance to me and make me laugh.
Yeah.
And
know?
and he was kind of saying that, you know, part of why he's been given these perceptions because he refuses
To play along with that kind of, yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, but man, did he ever go in on Kanye West?
He did.
And Jonathan Majors.
And Jonathan Majors.
I mean, he's like,
And he also kind of, when he did Jonathan Majors, he also kind of did I don't know if it was to Shannon Sharp too, because they both kind of looked the same.
yeah, they do.
So it's just
They
like,
do. They do.
Shannon Sharp must feel a type of way at this little moment right now.
They do. And Shannon Sharp's girlfriend is also white.
Oh.
No. Listen. The interracial marriages, let's
fine.
not be like...
It's totally fine.
It's fine.
It's totally fine. But Katt Williams just exposed it as it's something wrong. No one is saying that...
No, he's not saying it's wrong.
not saying it's
No,
wrong,
he
yeah.
didn't say it was wrong.
No, but he exposed it that there's a trend. And he did mention that he stays away. He has nothing against white women, but he stays away from them because they could like ruin your life in like 2 seconds.
Well,
2 weeks.
Literally.
No, he was very specific. He doesn't want to be running down the street like Jonathan Majors was running from his ex-girlfriend.
But still, that part.
He was very specific in his example.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this guy is hilarious. And then how he said all of them have like the same wife, basically.
They do.
They do.
That no one has ever interviewed, so you don't even know what these people's opinions are.
No, but he's not. Again, Black Twitter stepped up
It's true.
and brought a whole album,
It's true.
All look
It's true.
the same.
and they're literally all carbon copies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been saying that from time, and they're like, no, people are, no, that's not true. I'm like, I'm telling you,
There's
it's a prerequisite.
Yeah.
If you want to be big, you have to date or marry a white woman.
yeah,
This trophy wife.
Trophy wife,
yeah,
yeah.
the trophy wife. Yeah,
You know, this could just be, again, going back to historic belief that, you know, that is your pathway, right? Like, you get a white woman. Because, I mean, if you go back to days of slavery, that was the untouchable
yeah.
fruits, right?
Yeah.
yeah. But I think in this case, it's almost like you said, Danny, the prerequisite to success.
I don't know, guys. I think it's preference.
No,
I don't think so.
If you look at
No.
that, if you look at what they brought, like even on IG, TikTok, and all that, when someone actually went and did the research and pulled up everyone's photos who they're married with, and it was a long list,
It's all.
and you look at it, it's like, wow, it's
I'm
all the
telling
same
you.
person.
I'm telling you.
Like there's a specific
Man.
profile.
Listen, you have people like Snoop Dogg who marry black women. You have
Yes,
people, you have
because they
super
went-
successful people who have black wives.
You do.
There's a lot of
do.
these men have black women in their lives, black baby mamas, and as soon as they reach, they swap them out.
No.
Because it's like, I reach now, this is my dream life, and their dream life forbidden fruit is it.
Yes, that is true. But what I'm saying is, it's weird when all of them fit a very specific profile.
Yep. They're all
It's not
small.
It's not even
blonde.
about them being. It's not about
Blue
yeah. It's not
Blue
about
eyes.
It's not about them even being white or whatever. It's they all fit a very specific profile. All of them.
Wow.
I mean, they're very like within the white community. There are variations of looks, styles. Like there are variations.
but they all look the same.
Listen,
But how all
let's-
these dudes have the same person?
because if you're going for forbidden fruits, you would go for what is the thing, and the thing in the whites in the whites culture, the person they put on the pedestal is the petite, slim, tall, blonde,
boobs.
blue-eyed
Yeah.
woman. If I'm going for the forbidden fruit, why am I going for anything less?
No, but even within
That is quiet and submissive, which is why they would never be in an interview. That would just stay at home and probably not even have kids because they don't want to ruin their body.
no, but
They're
even
there to look cute.
no, but even
I'm not
within
argue.
no, but even in that even within the demographic profile you just broke down, you can still find variations. There's very little variation in terms of
What they were going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like a bunch of mini-me's. Literally. You think they're all
We should
like,
interview these women. I want someone to be like, you know what? We need to set the story straight. Let's hear from these wives. I would love to hear from one of them.
You'll never, according to Katt Williams, you never will.
That's what makes it so suspicious, because we don't really know these women.
Is there any? No.
There isn't. We don't
I
know
was
them.
just thinking, like, is there any black athletes here in Edmonton
The right wife. Yeah, let's
That
hear
are-
them from them.
that are married or dating?
I don't know. I
So, I'm
mean,
trying to think.
the only athlete in Edmonton I know of, two of that, well, I mean, Mookie was here the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gail is from Trinidad. There's Neville Wright. I don't know much about his personal life, but Neville, I think, goes to Bethel or something like that.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a host of other athletes. Mm-hmm. Maybe one day we can get Alfonso Davis.
Sorry.
What's
I
wrong
didn't
with
mean to say. I didn't mean to.
Daddy's facial expressions on these sides gives away so much.
I can't hide the way I feel. I'm sorry. That's the one thing about me.
But I feel like Katt Williams was wrong for that. Because again, I'm trying to be careful with my perceptions.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that it's because it's a prerequisite. That's a far-fetched thing. It could be so many reasons why all of them have the same looking wife.
Could be. But
You
one
know?
one of the things that Katt Williams mentioned in his interview that I had to take a note that I didn't know this was an actual job description. He has a personal roller.
Oh, yeah.
And his personal roller must be a woman
Yeah.
because he doesn't want, guy's saliva on his thing when he's
Yeah.
doing his thing. And I'm like, how do you get hired for that job? Like, what's the resume?
I was wondering that myself. Because I'm like, yo, if I can make some money just doing that. Rolling?
Yeah.
Why not?
What did you think of when he said that he lived with multiple women, his staff?
That I was just,
And
I was
again,
interested in.
I don't know why they didn't dive deeper into that.
And
Yeah.
I
Because
wish
that
they
is
did.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't want to be sexist or be like, it's impossible to live with women without having,
Some kind of drama.
right? Because this entourage thing, a lot of, sometimes the star celebrity has a lot of men around them most times.
Yeah.
But it's be bodyguards. So I don't know who these men are. What do they do? Are they there to like look cute in the background?
The
One is
bodyguards?
hold to bag. One
One's
is to hold the
hold-
money.
Yep.
One is to make sure he doesn't step on anything.
Yeah, these men all around
One is to
them.
open the door
and one is to give screw face to everybody.
to everyone. Yeah. One
So
to
what
be-
Katt Williams is saying, I have my same entourage, but it's just women. I don't know. I needed more on that. I needed more on that. Like,
We need a part 2 for Kat.
so your chef is a woman.
Yep.
Probably he has a lot of adopted kids as well. Maybe he has a couple nannies in there. No pun intended. And
I was gonna say something, but
no pun intended, right?
Let that one go, Danny. Let that one go.
So, but I wanted to hear more about that because I feel like if that's an interesting part of him, I've never thought about that. So yeah, his ruler is a woman, and these women just around him.
just around.
Yeah. I mean, who came up with that whole job? It's like, I need someone to be
I'm
speaking.
sure Snoop Dogg has a ruler.
He does, but
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
no, he does. He
does.
does. But Kat was saying he was the first one to actually have that
Yeah.
actual person
I wouldn't.
in his crew.
That's an interesting job title. I would love to see that job title description breakdown.
What's the interview for that like?
Rule for me.
Literally.
Rule for me.
Roll.
It's like a timer. How many can you roll in 5
In-
minutes?
Yeah.
It's gotta be perfect too.
Good. Of course, if you want the job.
Oh.
Exactly.
But all in all, the takeaways. What was your biggest takeaway, Greg? Did you get it?
My biggest takeaway from that interview, the whole conversation around what is it like to be a successful black man in Hollywood. That I think
Tough.
that I think is kind of one of the underlying things, because I mean he touched on some things like, how he wanted to get as far as he got without giving it up and doing whatever else. And he was like, yeah, when P Diddy comes to party, you gotta tell him no.
Yeah.
The fact that the P. Diddy thing came up at the time like this.
Oh,
He can't even afford to defend himself
He
right
can't.
now.
No, but
he
he's
just had
been
to take that out.
No, but he's been talking about P Diddy for years.
I know, but the climate that P. Diddy is in right now, it just kind of puts more eyes on him.
Yeah, and it makes everyone kind of look like, okay, so Katt, maybe he wasn't lying
You're right.
10 years ago when he
Exactly.
said these things. But it's I think his underlying thing that I got was, what do you do to become successful in that space, and how far are you willing to go?
And that's as a male actor. It's just imagine for the woman.
Well, he talked about that too. He got into Taraji.
He did.
He talked about Taraji, and he was just like, that is a sad situation of us as people.
Yep. Let's imagine for the woman. So anything a man is experiencing in terms of bias, just think about the woman in that space, because
Yeah.
it will be magnified, right?
Yeah, and he talked about that because he was like, imagine being the best in your subgenre, the absolute best. You can barely find 3 black female actresses that, if you don't have Taraji, that can do that role.
Who else are you going to get?
Yeah, it's like, if it's not Taraji, yeah, who else, right? There's probably like a circle of maybe 5 or 6 black women that they like to rotate through stuff sometimes. But Taraji is like
One of the top, of
the
course.
top.
And
she,
being so grossly underpaid.
yeah,
Yeah, at least Katt Williams was making money. He was talking about those Netflix specials going up to, what is it, 7 figures? 8 figures?
yeah, yeah.
At least he's making this money.
Yeah.
He
Right?
is. But at the same time, he's also paying out of pocket for a lot of those specials.
But what he said was that he prefers to pay out of pocket.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't, like,
Yeah.
why would you step back? Like, getting someone to invest in you also allows them the right to control what you're saying, right?
Exactly.
It's taking a step back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick shout out. Marvin Culture is on the
Good
Facebook
morning,
chat there.
Marvin.
Good morning, Marvin.
From Calgary.
The Calgary peoples. All right. Hopefully everyone in Calgary is up and about. Well,
Keep that. If you have snow, keep it over there, please. Thank you.
no, but yeah. Geez, I'm looking at the time. It's like 10 to the hour.
Oh, did we talk about confidence for the entire hour, guys?
We did.
We said, luckily we have a second hour coming up.
Okay,
after this
great.
So,
podcast.
so second hour Katt Williams, is that what we're doing?
But yeah, no, I mean, I Shannon Sharp, he did a post kind of interview this week as well, just kind of giving his thoughts on the experience of interviewing Katt.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, oh yeah, he did. And he was talking about how there were a lot of people that were criticizing him and going after him for not being journalistic in his approach. And like,
How was he not being journalistic?
well, it's like you got to ask
the
10
questions.
follow-up questions and try to
But here's the thing. That's not his show.
that's not how he does.
That's not how he does. He lets them, that's it. Like you said earlier, it's a comfortable space for them to actually speak their mind.
Yeah.
So,
And to be honest, I don't think he wanted to. We didn't need to hear any more. Katt Williams was giving us
everything.
enough and more.
Yeah.
Gold.
Enough and more. There were very few times when I felt like he should have dug in a bit deeper. One of those was with the childhood, because it clearly could see that he was holding back something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is personal. Like, Katt Williams was looking like, I almost got the impression that he was abused as a child.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
if you're seeing some resistance there, I won't push in as an interviewer, right?
No, Shannon did the right thing in
Yeah.
terms of just letting it.
Just let it
Naturally
ride.
happen, yeah.
Other than that, he was amazing because Katt Williams was taking it over. He was trying to rope it back.
Yeah.
He was.
He was.
You know?
Can you imagine being the person that has to follow Katt Williams next week?
Oh, shoot.
I wonder who that's going to be.
I don't know.
Because I will watch.
Be like, I gotta follow.
That?
What? it's kind of like being on the comedy special, and they were joking about how do you follow Bernie Mac?
Yeah. You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
There's no following Bernie Mac.
Thank you. Good night.
Bernie Mac closes the show for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
And even getting into that with Steve Harvey, it's like, well, the truth of the matter is that I didn't realize Kings of Comedy was actually Steve Harvey's tour.
It was, yeah. It was. Yeah, it was.
It was originally his tour. Mm-hmm. But Bernie Mac was so good.
Poor Steve Harvey. Poor Steve Harvey. You know what? I love Steve Harvey.
I will never look at Mr. Potato Head the same again.
Oh my god.
I never quite. Something about Steve Harvey never. And then this whole switch that he has done over the past couple of years to being this huge motivational speaker, that didn't quite wasn't on brand quite for me. It didn't sink in. And now I see why. Like it just wasn't selling. It wasn't selling. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. This whole motivational, you gotta do thing. Steve?
I think for me, he always used to do it during the commercial breaks of Family Feud.
Yeah.
So that's when I saw it. And I was like, oh, okay. And now that he's actually doing it, I was like, can you go back to Family Feud and just stay there?
Just keep it there.
Yeah.
There.
Well, I mean, Katt. I mean, even his high top fade. I used to thought that was his real hair.
I think everyone did.
I think everyone did.
I didn't realize that was a wig.
A man wig. Listen, and there's nothing against man wigs. I feel like if Katt Williams made us all laugh at things and are politically incorrect, right? Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. The views of the three of us do not reflect the views of black people and man wigs. Okay, guys? Right? Nothing is wrong with a man wig, but you know, he was passing it off really well. Like it's part of his character.
Yeah.
He had a good hairline.
I was like, who's his barber?
Like he has some good genetics.
Barber's skills is tight. Like,
No, that hairline was standing its ground. That hairline was.
It was doing its thing.
that lineup?
It was doing its thing.
Only did I realize that.
It's a whole wig. I was like, what?
But why you had to mention that, Katt Williams?
It's a great question.
Katt Williams, why we had to go there? Why?
well, Katt also showed that he can be as petty as the next person. I mean,
That's exactly what I'm saying.
When he's like, I put in my contract that if this guy's going to be in the movie,
He has to wear a dress. I was like, yo,
I was in your contract. Like, what is going on?
I wanted him to dig deeper on that. Like, why?
Like, I've heard of petty, but
That was
man,
petty.
that's a whole nother.
He's super competitive.
No,
And the fact that person actually wore a dress.
that's petty.
He's super competitive.
No, that's different. Well, it's 5 minutes into the hour. There's going to be news at 8. Man, that took that hour went fast with Katt Williams, and we haven't even gotten into everything with Katt Williams. But we're gonna take you into a song into the 8 o'clock hour with Kiss Daniel, Boogalolo. Like to get that one going to get your morning up and running, get you waking up, doing your thing. We will see you right after the 8 o'clock hour with news, and we'll talk to you then.
You are listening to CHAH, My Radio 580 AM Edmonton, bringing your burdens together.
My Radio 580 AM ਦੇ ਸਰੋਤਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਦੇਸ਼ ਅਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀਆਂ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹਾਂ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸੁਣੋ ਅੱਜ ਦੀਆਂ ਮੁੱਖ ਖਬਰਾਂ। ਜਲੰਧਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਜ NRI ਸਭਾ ਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ। NRI ਸਭਾ ਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਚੋਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਮੀਦਵਾਰ ਪਰਮਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ ਬੰਗਾ ਨੂੰ 147 ਵੋਟਾਂ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ, ਜਦਕਿ ਸਾਬਕਾ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਜਸਬੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਿੱਲ ਨੂੰ 14 ਵੋਟਾਂ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ। NRIs ਦੇ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਕੁਲਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਮਾਨ ਦੀ ਅਗਵਾਈ ਹੇਠ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ ਵਸਦੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਭਲਾਈ ਲਈ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਚਨਬੱਧ ਹੈ। ਅਮਨ ਅਰੋੜਾ ਦੀ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਮਸਲੇ ਤੇ ਰਾਜਪਾਲ ਬਨਵਾਰੀ ਲਾਲ ਪੁਰੋਹਿਤ ਨੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਮਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਚਿੱਠੀ ਲਿਖੀ ਤੇ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਯਾਫਤਾ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਝੰਡਾ ਲਹਿਰਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ। ਸੁਖਪਾਲ ਖਹਿਰਾ ਦੀ 14 ਦਿਨ ਦੀ ਨਿਆਇਕ ਹਿਰਾਸਤ, ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ ਮੰਗਿਆ ਸੀ 5 ਦਿਨ ਦਾ ਹੋਰ ਰਿਮਾਂਡ। ਮੌਸਮ ਵਿਭਾਗ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ 15 ਜ਼ਿਲ੍ਹਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਔਰੇਂਜ ਅਲਰਟ ਜਾਰੀ। ਆਟੋ ਰਿਕਸ਼ਾ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ ਪਿਸਤੌਲ ਖੋਹ ਕੇ DSP ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰੀ ਸੀ ਗੋਲੀ, ਜਿਸ ਦੀ ਲਾਸ਼ 31 ਦਸੰਬਰ ਦੀ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੀ ਸੀ। ਬਲਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਰਾਜਵਾਨਾ, ਪਰਮਜੀਤ ਪਿਓਰਾ ਤੇ ਜਗਤਾਰ ਤਾਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਹਾੜ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਿਫਟ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਮੰਗ। ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਪਾਲ ਦਾ ਚਚੇਰਾ ਭਰਾ ਜੋ ਕੱਲ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ, 4 ਦਿਨ ਦੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਰਿਮਾਂਡ ਤੇ। ਮਾਗੀ ਦੇ ਮੇਲੇ ਦੌੜਨਗੇ ਘੋੜੇ, ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੇ ਲਗਾਈ ਪਾਬੰਦੀ ਹਟਾਈ ਤੇ ਮਾਲਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ ਕੁਝ ਸ਼ਰਤਾਂ। ਖਬਰਾਂ ਵਿਸਥਾਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣੋ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਖਬਰ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ NRI ਸਭਾ ਦੀ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਈ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਸੀ ਭਾਰਤੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਕੁਲਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਮਾਨ ਦੀ ਅਗਵਾਈ ਹੇਠ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ ਵਸੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਭਲਾਈ ਲਈ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਚਨਬੱਧ ਹੈ। NRI ਸਭਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਚੋਣ ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਸਭਾ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਮਹਿਲਾ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਚੁਣੇ ਪਰਮਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ ਬੰਗਾ ਨੂੰ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਬਾਦ ਦਿੰਦਿਆਂ ਕੈਬਨਿਟ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਸਭਾ ਦੀ ਸਰਗਰਮੀ ਨਾਲ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਸੀ ਭਾਰਤੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਰਪੇਸ਼ ਮਾਮਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਪੁਖਤਗੀ ਨਾਲ ਹੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕੇਗੀ। ਉਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਸੀ ਭਾਰਤੀਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਬੰਧਿਤ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਲ ਲਈ 3 ਫਰਵਰੀ ਤੋਂ NRI ਮਿਲਣੀਆਂ ਕਰਵਾਉਣ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਤਹਿਤ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਮਿਲਣੀ ਪਠਾਨਕੋਟ ਵਿਖੇ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ। ਇੱਥੇ ਦੱਸਣਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਪਰਮਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ ਬੰਗਾ ਨੂੰ 147 ਵੋਟਾਂ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ, ਜਦਕਿ ਸਾਬਕਾ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਜਸਬੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਿੱਲ ਨੂੰ 14 ਵੋਟਾਂ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ ਅਤੇ 7 ਵੋਟਾਂ ਰੱਦ ਹੋਈਆਂ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਸੰਸਦ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਸੁਸ਼ੀਲ ਕੁਮਾਰ ਰਿੰਕੂ, ਵਿਧਾਇਕਾ ਇੰਦਰਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਮਾਨ, ਆਮ ਆਦਮੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਆਗੂ ਦੀਪਕ ਬਾਲੀ, ਵਧੀਕ ਡਿਪਟੀ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨਰ ਜਨਰਲ ਅਮਿਤ ਮਹਾਜਨ, SDM ਬਲਬੀਰ ਰਾਜ ਅਤੇ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਆਪ ਵੀ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਸਨ। ਰਾਜਪਾਲ ਬਨਵਾਰੀ ਲਾਲ ਪੁਰੋਹਿਤ ਨੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਮਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਪੱਤਰ ਲਿਖਿਆ। ਰਾਜਪਾਲ ਨੇ ਪੱਤਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਈ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਲਿਲੀ ਥਾਮਸ ਵਰਸਸ ਯੂਨੀਅਨ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਕੇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਪਰੀਮ ਕੋਰਟ ਨੇ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਸੁਣਾਇਆ ਕਿ ਜੇਕਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਚੁਣੇ ਹੋਏ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਨਿਧੀ ਨੂੰ ਅਦਾਲਤ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ 2 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਸੁਣਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਤੁਰੰਤ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵ ਨਾਲ ਚੁਣੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦੇ ਦਾ ਦਰਜਾ ਗੁਆ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਅਮਨ ਅਰੋੜਾ ਅਜੇ ਵੀ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਅਤੇ ਵਿਧਾਇਕ ਹਨ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਸਪਸ਼ਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਏ ਕਿ 26 ਜਨਵਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਗਣਤੰਤਰ ਦਿਵਸ ਦੇ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਅਮਨ ਅਰੋੜਾ ਮੁੱਖ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਵਜੋਂ ਸ਼ਿਰਕਤ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਕਿ ਅਜਿਹਾ ਵਿਧਾਇਕ ਝੰਡਾ ਲਹਿਰਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਅਦਾਲਤ ਵਜੋਂ ਸੁਣਾਈ ਜਾ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੋਵੇ। ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ ਉਧਰ ਸੁਖਪਾਲ ਖਹਿਰਾ ਦਾ 1 ਦਿਨ ਪੂਰਾ ਰਿਮਾਂਡ ਹੋਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ 5 ਦਿਨ ਦਾ ਰਿਮਾਂਡ ਮੰਗਿਆ ਸੀ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਅਦਾਲਤ ਨੇ ਖਹਿਰਾ ਦਾ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਕਰਵਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗਈ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਿਵਲ ਹਸਪਤਾਲ ਕਪੂਰਥਲਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਖਹਿਰਾ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਆਉਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਮਾਨ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਅਧਿਕਾਰੀਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਸੰਤੁਲਨ ਗੁਆ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਨ। ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਅਦਾਲਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਸੁਖਪਾਲ ਖਹਿਰਾ ਦੇ ਵਕੀਲ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ 5 ਦਿਨ ਦਾ ਹੋਰ ਰਿਮਾਂਡ ਮੰਗਿਆ ਸੀ। ਅਦਾਲਤ ਨੇ 14 ਦਿਨ ਲਈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੁਡੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਰਿਮਾਂਡ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਭੇਜ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਹੀ ਅਜੇ ਡਰੱਗ ਤਸਕਰੀ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 90 ਦਿਨਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹਾਈ ਕੋਰਟ ਤੋਂ ਸੁਖਪਾਲ ਖਹਿਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਮਾਨਤ ਮਿਲੀ ਸੀ। ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੇ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਨਵੇਂ ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ DSP ਦਲਬੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਜੇ ਕੁਮਾਰ ਨਾਮ ਦਾ ਆਟੋ ਚਾਲਕ ਛੱਡਣ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ। ਰਸਤੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਪੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਆਟੋ ਰਿਕਸ਼ਾ ਚਾਲਕ ਨੇ ਪਿਸਤੌਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੱਥ ਲਾਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਵਿਚਾਲੇ ਝਗੜਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਮਗਰੋਂ ਰਸਤੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਜੇ ਕੁਮਾਰ ਨੇ DSP ਨੂੰ ਨਵੇਂ ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਵਧਾਈ ਦਿੰਦਿਆਂ ਪਿਸਤੌਲ ਖੋਹ ਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਸਿਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੋਲੀ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਕਤਲ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਐਂਟੀ ਟੈਰਰਿਸਟ ਫਰੰਟ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਕੌਮੀ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਵਿਰੀਸ਼ ਸ਼ਾਂਡਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਗੁਰਸ਼ਰਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਿੱਟੂ ਨੇ ਗ੍ਰਹਿ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਅਮਿਤ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੂੰ ਧਮਕੀ ਦੇਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਰਮਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਪਿਓਰਾ, ਜਗਤਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਤਾਰਾ ਤੇ ਬਲਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਰਾਜਵਾਨਾ ਨੂੰ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਅਤੇ ਬੁੜੈਲ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਤੋਂ ਤਿਹਾੜ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਬਦੀਲ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਰਾਜਪਾਲ ਬਨਵਾਰੀ ਲਾਲ ਪੁਰੋਹਿਤ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਮੰਗ ਪੱਤਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ। ਵਾਰਿਸ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਮੁਖੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਪਾਲ ਦੇ ਭਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ। ਉਸ ਦੇ ਚਚੇਰੇ ਭਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਨੰਦੇੜ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕ ਕੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ। ਅੱਜ ਅਦਾਲਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਸ ਦਾ 4 ਦਿਨ ਦਾ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਰਿਮਾਂਡ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਕੂੜਾ ਮਾਲਕਾਂ ਤੇ ਬਰੀਡਰਜ਼ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ਖਬਰੀ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਮਾਨ ਦੀ ਅਗਵਾਈ ਵਾਲੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੇ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਮੁਕਤਸਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿਖੇ ਲੱਗਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਾਘੀ ਮੇਲੇ ਦੌਰਾਨ 9 ਤੋਂ 16 ਜਨਵਰੀ ਤੱਕ ਚੱਲਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਸ਼ੂ ਧਨ ਮੇਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਘੋੜਿਆਂ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਗਤੀਵਿਧੀ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨਗੀ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਠੰਡ ਅਤੇ ਧੁੰਦ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਰ ਜਾਰੀ ਹੈ। ਮੌਸਮ ਵਿਭਾਗ ਨੇ 15 ਜ਼ਿਲ੍ਹਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਧੁੰਦ ਦਾ ਔਰੇਂਜ ਅਲਰਟ ਜਾਰੀ ਕੀਤਾ, ਜਦਕਿ ਪੂਰਬੀ ਤੇ ਪੱਛਮੀ ਮਾਲਵੇ ਦੇ ਹੋਰ ਖੇਤਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਯੈਲੋ ਅਲਰਟ ਜਾਰੀ ਹੈ। ਮੌਸਮ ਵਿਭਾਗ ਨੇ 6 ਜਨਵਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਧੁੰਦ ਦਾ ਅਲਰਟ ਜਾਰੀ ਕੀਤਾ, ਫਿਰ 7 ਜਨਵਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਬੱਦਲਵਾਈ ਅਤੇ 9 ਜਨਵਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਮੀਂਹ ਪੈਣ ਦੀ ਸੰਭਾਵਨਾ ਹੈ। ਸੀਤ ਲਹਿਰ ਦਾ ਅਸਰ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ-ਨਾਲ ਪੂਰੇ ਉੱਤਰੀ ਭਾਰਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਦਸੰਬਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੀਂਹ ਨਾ ਪੈਣ ਕਾਰਨ ਜਨਵਰੀ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਧੁੰਦ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਈ, ਜੋ 6 ਜਨਵਰੀ ਤੱਕ ਜਾਰੀ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੀ ਸੰਭਾਵਨਾ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਰੂਰ, ਪਟਿਆਲਾ, ਮੋਹਾਲੀ, ਲੁਧਿਆਣਾ, ਰੂਪਨਗਰ, ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਭਗਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਨਗਰ, ਮੋਗਾ, ਫਿਰੋਜ਼ਪੁਰ, ਜਲੰਧਰ, ਤਰਨਤਾਰਨ, ਕਪੂਰਥਲਾ, ਹੁਸ਼ਿਆਰਪੁਰ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ, ਗੁਰਦਾਸਪੁਰ ਤੇ ਪਠਾਨਕੋਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਧੀ ਰਾਤ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੀ ਧੁੰਦ ਦਾ ਅਸਰ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਦੇਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਰਾ ਦਿਨ ਕਾਇਮ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਬੁਲੇਟਿਨ ਖਤਮ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ ਦਿਓ। ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।
Radio 580 AM, bringing Albertans together.
Hey Jim, you know them old sugar daddy, they be tricking, they tell them girls, I see you can have whatever
Welcome back, everyone. That was Inventor by the one Olatunji. He was here at Kai West a couple of years ago, tore the place down in Churchill Square.
Yep.
Yeah, he tore it down. And this is the second hour after the news break there. And, thank you to Katt Williams for giving us a really good first hour of entertainment.
Yes, thank you.
Comedy Gold. If you want to see the interview that we were talking about in the first hour, if you go on Facebook live chat, there is a link to the full interview in the chat on Facebook Live, My Radio 580 AM's Facebook, now live at the Weekend Morning Show. And you will see it there, and you can click, watch, comment.
Just be aware it's close to 3 hours long.
Yeah.
So put some time aside.
Yeah, put some time aside. Maybe if you're doing it, like have it playing in the background while you're doing a chore or something.
See, I did that, and I had to stop what I was doing and rewind because I missed some stuff. So you literally need to sit down and pay attention.
Yeah.
Because I have to go back and watch it. I missed some stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's gold. TV gold. That should win an Emmy or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
We could turn that into a Netflix special.
I'm sure they're talking. I'm sure it's going to happen.
Shannon Sharp's agents already got the phone call.
Yeah, it's happening.
For sure, yeah.
They already got a call. But, I mean, there are so many other things that happened in the world this week. Mm-hmm. A lot of things that some were explosive and fiery. Some were, weird and wacky. Mm-hmm. Some made you be like, man, that dude, missed a boat. And one of those ones came out of Las Vegas this past week.
I mean, what doesn't come out of Las Vegas? I feel like craziness just comes out of there. It's fun to visit.
It's fun to visit. But the craziest stuff actually comes from either the Bronx or Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Florida.
Definitely gets the craziest things.
Yeah.
The craziest people do live in Florida.
Very
I
true.
wholeheartedly believe that.
Very true.
I don't understand. The weather is great. They got the beach.
It's something in the air. Something in the air.
Or
Florida
water.
makes people act wild.
The oranges.
Something.
They're just wilding out in Florida for no reason.
In years to come, we will see a study on why
Floridians.
Florida man exists. Why Florida man
I'm
exists.
sure someone's working on that as their college paper.
Their thesis, their masters. Why Florida be wilding out? Mm-hmm. Well, what happened this week in Vegas was there was a gentleman in court. He was on trial for felony battery, felony assault. Mm-hmm. He's a repeat offender, and so he's been through the system a fair bit. And he had a disagreement with the judge.
Is that what you're calling it? Disagreement.
It's a disagreement.
Okay.
Disagreement with a judge. Took it a little too far.
Listen. Give the people the details. The details. A disagreement, my deal.
It was a disagreement. That was well, not mild, but
mild.
I'm trying to let him talk, but I'm just like, out with it.
Okay, so what did he do? Well, so he was going to be sentenced to go back to prison. He did not agree with the position of the presiding judge. And homeboy became like Olympic level athlete in the courtroom.
I swear he's a, what do you call it?
Long jumper.
Long jumper?
High jumper.
Or a superhero.
Triathlete.
Right.
Decathlete. Because my man jumped over the defense table and flew up to like he was like spread out, like hands in the air, like just flying.
One hopped it.
Yeah.
Didn't double hop it.
No.
One hopped and
just like he was up and just like over the bench, cleared it. He didn't like put his hand on it, he just cleared it. And well, that's a little too close to the judge.
No, he got some hits in.
Oh, he did.
It took like about 5 people to get him off the judge.
He did.
She suffered mild injuries.
She did.
Which means like a busted up lip.
Yeah, no, she did.
Maybe a black
I
eye.
was legit worried for her.
Yeah.
Because I was like, how do you get that close to the judge and the bailiff?
The bailiff could not. There was a clip of this guy in the corner, like, doing his best. Like, to this guy, like, oh my gosh.
I mean, I always used to think that the dudes that worked in the courthouse were some of the most bad.
No, they're not.
Like, those dudes are like, hey, man, you don't,
No, they're not.
Clearly not.
like,
No.
them cats, they came prepared to, remember last week we were talking about Screwface Daddy? Like,
Yeah, I was just about to say that. The guys in the courthouse are like the security guards. That y'all were talking about last week. Like, are they really security guards?
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
I mean, I'm like, how do you get that close?
Now they need to run physical
To
tests
their
on all
defense,
of those
they
guys.
said it all happened way too fast to realize what happened. And before they knew it, he was over hitting the judge.
You have one job.
Listen, there were...
That's what they said. It happened way too fast for them
Wait.
to react.
You have one job.
No. There was this clip, this picture of this guy, right? When she was delivering the result, he was like, did you all see the picture?
I saw
of
the
him?
picture.
Yeah.
The look at his face alone, they probably needed to have more ethnic people in that crowd. The look
Yeah.
on his face alone was like,
It was like
oh,
a cue.
hell no.
But at the same time, the judge was kind of smirky.
She was.
She was.
So
She was.
quietly, I'm like, you deserve that beating. But at the same time, you did not need to jump over the thing.
I mean, he was probably going to go away for a little bit.
A little, okay.
Was. Now he ain't never getting
He ain't
out.
getting out.
He never get, and he don't
He's not
deserve to. You don't
No.
deserve to ever get out. 'Cause I wouldn't want to meet him up and say something to offend him in public.
Yeah.
But
That
here's
was out of order.
But here's the problem, though, and I say problem with air quotes and all that, but there is a legit issue here where he actually is diagnosed schizophrenic
Oh,
I did
and
not know that.
bipolar.
Did not know that.
interesting.
Right.
Okay, so that adds a bit more complexity
Yeah,
onto it because he could have been having an entire mental break.
the
Yeah.
levels to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you watch before the situation happened, he was addressing the court.
Yeah.
And if you watch his mannerisms and all that, you know that he needs help.
Yeah, yeah. You see, now that adds a whole other complexity to it because my opinion of this was when I first saw it on social media and I looked at the comments because the comment section was going crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? And a lot of people were saying that exact same thing that Danny was saying. She kind of deserved it because she was being a bit mean to him. I feel like we have a duty as people who have the position of authority to not let it go to our heads. Like deliver verdicts without just being a
Attitude.
fool to people, right?
Yeah, but here's another level of context. She actually had presided on another case with him months prior, back in October. So it's not the first time she has seen him in her court.
Yeah, but still.
And so, for her perspective, she's probably frustrated having this guy back
Yeah,
in court over and over,
Over and
again,
over, yep.
and figures, because the prosecution actually recommended probation.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, a lesson needs to be taught. Unfortunately, in the judicial system, it seems like the lesson always needs to be taught, regardless, with zero compassion.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you know this person is schizophrenic,
What lesson are we trying to teach?
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
need help.
yeah, they need help.
And it's not a lesson to be taught. And that's what she was saying in her smoky little attitude. Like, I think you need a lesson. You need something different. Like,
Yeah.
this is not your child.
No.
Sorry. Did the judge know that he has a mental issue?
Yes, because he had to be evaluated before actually going to court to see if he
Okay.
was competent enough to stand trial.
That adds a lot of level of...
It does.
When I first saw it, again, I was watching through the comments.
Yeah.
Apart from her being smoky, which that needs to be considered, no one deserves to be beaten like that.
Yeah.
No,
Right? So he's wrong.
he's wrong.
Yeah.
But then him having this mental illness also goes,
That's another level.
like, he needs help.
Yeah.
He needs a lot of help.
Why are we sending him back to jail? And
Yeah.
why is it always the full level, like you're throwing the book at someone who clearly needs something else, right?
Yeah, it's like he needs assistance. He's crying for help.
Yeah. And no one's listening.
Yeah, the system's like, well, too bad, son. We're not here for it. Doesn't help.
That's sad. Mm-hmm. And now he definitely didn't get any help.
No.
Yeah.
No. And it's a larger commentary on how society, I think, treats when it comes to mental health awareness and treatment among the Black community.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how do the higher ups, the people in position of power, how do they use that as a big stick to punish
Yep.
without compassion?
Yep. Because we have mass murderers who are using that as a line of defense. And people are like all sympathetic. Oh, mental health.
He needs the help.
He
Let's
needs help
him.
and compassion.
And compassion, yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is one of those things. But we're going to take a little music break as we're going to head into a little hot drop here at 8:25. We've had a lot of soca, so I'm going to be rebellious and drop a little bit of Jamaica with Chronics. This is Smile For Me Jamaica. This is the Weekend Morning Show on My Radio 580 AM. We'll be back with you right after this.
अफसाना है my radio, दिल का तराना है my radio, एक नया ज़माना है my radio, my radio, my radio.
My Radio 580 AM, bringing Albertans together.
All right, so real quick, wanted to give a shout out to one of the sponsors of this program. It's a new program in Edmonton and Calgary that's offering free home upgrades to income-qualified homeowners who struggle with the cost of their energy bills. The Home Upgrades program installs energy-efficient upgrades, including high-efficiency furnaces and new installations to help lower-income households save energy and money. Thanks to the support of the City of Calgary and the City of Edmonton, along with some other funders, there is no cost, no fees passed on to the homeowners. This is a fully free program. To apply and learn more about the program's eligibility requirements, visit homeupgradesprogram.ca. Again, that's homeupgradesprogram.ca. Cool. So we're back at it. Back on here. It is that time.
Oh, no.
It's that time of the week where we spend a moment to give an honor to those that are just doing stupid things in our life. It is the north end of the southbound donkey moment of the week.
Who is it this week?
Oh, boy.
I'm scared.
Is it ever someone that clearly did not learn their lesson back in 2013?
Oh?
Clearly did not.
Oh, okay.
So he definitely does. He should get a double award. He should get the north end and the south end.
Oh, wow. That's a special award for getting two.
Special award. Why is this? This is who we're talking about. We're talking about one, Chip Wilson. Now, who is Chip Wilson?
Yeah.
Most of you have no idea who he is. However, he has touched more lives than you can imagine. Chip Wilson is the founder of one Lululemon. Big time brand.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of women love Lululemon. It's big in the fitness industry, big in the yoga industry, casual wear. It's a big brand. However, good old Chip came out this week with an interview and decided to say that he doesn't like the fact that Lululemon is going down the road of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Said Lululemon is trying to be too many things to too many people, and they're trying to be the Gap when they should be Lululemon. Essentially, they should be elitist, exclusive, and only for certain people.
So,
I'm trying to get my thoughts together.
So first of all, Danny, do you
hold on.
Lululemon?
Well, hold on. Let me put a little bit more context on this as to why this guy is like getting this, should get the double end award.
Okay.
So he is currently the former founder of Lululemon.
So he got fired.
He
Like
got
10 years
he
ago.
got booted out in 2015.
Okay.
Why? Because in 2013 he came out and said Lululemon is not made for the big body gal. Then he said he doesn't want big body gal them wearing his product. That's not who it's made for. To which point he was summarily fired.
But not fired. He still owns shares in Lululemon. I think like 8%.
I think he owns
like
some
that.
shares. He's the founder, so he's retained some shares. But they removed him from his day-to-day duty.
So he's not the CEO,
He has no power.
but he's still a
He
shareholder.
collects his money.
Yep. You know what? That's okay. I wear Lululemon, by the way. I love their products. But I could wear something else. I could easily spend my money somewhere else.
I wear Old Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
it's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. But someone arguing that he's not the founder. He's not working with the company anymore, so we shouldn't hold it against them. But why would I want to partake in a company that isn't made for me?
Exactly.
I don't want to be somewhere I'm not welcomed.
Not welcomed, but he's also collecting a paycheck from these guys.
That too.
Yeah.
So I don't want to support anything that isn't meant for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's clearly saying when he founded the company, it was just for the trophy wives who want to do yoga that live in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that don't work out?
Yeah. Just have a latte and sit in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Go do the yoga.
They don't
It's
do
a
anything.
Yoga line, right?
They
Yeah.
just do this. Yeah, I'm doing yoga.
And they
Work-
like, yeah,
was a-
Lululemon.
That was a
Yeah.
workout.
Sweating.
Yeah.
But isn't that the same thing? Wasn't Nordstrom around that same? Said the same thing. The guy that owns Nordstrom.
The guy
It's
that
not-
owned
He was like, it's not for black people. It's,
that's Tommy Hilfiger.
That's Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah, I remember
I swear
that.
Nordstrom had the same.
They probably did.
Probably.
They
Same
probably
thing.
did.
But what this guy, Chris is his name?
Chris
What-
Chip
what-
Chip Wilson. Yes.
What he's insinuating that it's not for big people. not for certain type of people. That's what I got from his statement. It's not for plus size. He wants that slim, petite,
What we talked about
model-like.
earlier.
trophy.
Trophy wife.
Yeah. But I mean, the reality is like, you know, I harbor back to, look at say Michael Jordan. Okay. Jordan's been retired for how many decades now?
I couldn't even tell you.
Like 20 years maybe, easily. Air Jordans are still the number one selling sneaker in the world
Yeah.
because when the Air Jordans were taken off, no pun intended, he was asked, you know, why is he not taking a stand with, say, at the time, the civil rights movements and all that, and the Rodney Kings and all that. He's not saying anything. Jordan said, hey, Republicans wear my products too.
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone. It's just a sneaker.
Yep.
Anyone that can wear a sneaker, it's for you.
Yep.
It's non-political.
I'm going to be a devil's advocate here, though. Let's not be so biased. There's certain things in our community that we will kick rocks if other people wear it. For example, I've seen wars over bonnets. Who can wear bonnets? Who can't? I've seen people get cancelled over wearing braids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
we do got things in our community that we think is precious to us. Right? So you know what? If Lululemon doesn't want my money, fine.
Go
I
somebody
could
else.
go somewhere else and shop. Let me go search for some
There's-
plus size friendly
Well,
brands.
there's Lizzo has her line.
Lizzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a big controversy recently too,
Recently,
right? I
yeah.
don't think she has ever really recovered from that.
She hasn't
Yeah.
fully, but she has her line. There's Buff Bunny.
Oh, you did your research.
He really did.
Well, I
He
know-
came prepared. He knows the alternatives.
No,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Well, I only know about Buff Bunny because
Buff Bunny sounds exciting, by the way.
Really?
I don't. I've never heard of that
Neither
brand.
have
But
I.
well, no. Do you follow Insecure Fitness on IG?
Yes.
I do. Yeah.
that's what she wears.
Oh. Anything with buff in it? Anything with buff in the word? I think that was made for me. I think that was made for me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she's a Buff Bunny ambassador, and so she often like talks about the
Buff
stuff.
Bunny
Yeah,
runs to Google.
yeah, Insecure. Yeah, look, just bring up Insecure Fitness on
Yeah.
Instagram, and Catherine's there.
I follow her. Mhm.
Yeah, and so that's the line that she talks. So there are alternatives out there.
Interesting.
You know, I mean, Tommy Hilfiger was never the same
Yeah, no.
after their comment.
No.
Lululemon will never be the same.
No.
They just won't.
All the bigger people and ethnic people will be like, oh, okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see how fast that stock drops.
Oh.
You know what though? Just to add on top of what you're saying, they do have their target audience, right? I don't know where it was, but I was studying how the target audience of Lululemon was built. Like, I think he had his sewing factory. I don't know if it was him in particular, but the person who founded it had his sewing factory on top of a yoga studio, under the yoga studio, and he was studying them, and he used to carry it for them to try on and what they like, and he developed this specific target audience. So what he's saying is that this is not who his brand was developed for.
Right.
For these people. And when we actually think about Lululemon and the vibe that we get from them, it is this kind of elitist. And I feel like people buy into that because that is who we are aspiring to be.
Right.
So it's like a point for reflection as well. Why would so many plus size ethnic people be attracted to a brand that's not built for us?
Well, no, it's the psychology of the
Marketing.
of the marketing where that brand is a status symbol.
Exactly. It's like I'll have on my Lululemons.
Yeah.
I go to the gym and
go
everyone
to
has on their
Starbucks.
Lululemons. Yeah, and my Starbucks.
My Starbucks. Yeah.
And I'm like this kept prestigious elite woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, do you think Balenciaga is made for you and I?
Exactly. It's not.
No, it's not. But
But we buy it.
a lot of people want to buy it. I won't be caught dead buying anything from Balenciaga because I
No.
think half the stuff is ridiculously stupid. Like they came out the other day with a towel wrap for like $1,000.
It's a status symbol. And unfortunately, the people who run after these things are most times the people who just have enough money to buy it.
Wait, how much status do you need for a towel? Can't I just go to Walmart?
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Even though it probably is a Walmart towel, and they just stitched their logo on it. It's not the same.
It's not the same. The material.
Like I could literally go to Walmart, get a towel, and go to a what do you call those people?
Like a little sewing shop.
And be like, hey, can you just put this logo just right there?
Yeah.
And I can walk around Edmonton with that, and people will be like, oh, she bought the towel. Yes, I did, from Walmart.
So, Greg, I'm here on Buff Bunny. It seems like if it is Insecure's fitness brand, I think that is her brand.
She's a brand ambassador for them.
I'm searching Buff Bunny, and everything came up as Insecure Fitness, which is amazing.
Interesting.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she's part owner by now. I mean, like...
She writes hard for them.
Oh, yeah, no, she does. She does a lot of promotion for them. She's the only ambassador I've seen for them online, really.
Yeah, maybe it's her company. I'm not sure.
What's the pricing on
a Buff Bunny?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because a Lululemon,
right?
It's like $110 for one leggings, right? 110 Canadian.
What am I getting for that legging? Like what?
Status. You get status.
I'm okay.
And they are pretty comfortable, I won't lie.
But so are all the other leggings out there.
No, but it's status. The status on top of the comfort.
Got you. And feeling the need to go to Starbucks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got you.
I feel a type of way when I have on my Lululemons.
Or is it the Stanley Cup?
The Stanley?
The what?
Is it the Stanley Cup?
Stanley Cup. As in...
No, as in... It's like the Hydro Flask. It's everyone's...
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I see them with it.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, oh, I should get one of those. Marketing is a hell of a thing. But I'm telling y'all.
They got you.
They got you.
They got you.
I'm like, oh, I need one of those. Why do I need one of those? You can go to Dollarama and get a water bottle.
Yeah, you could.
Why are we spending $100 and something for this cup?
Because it's thermal. Status. It's made of a different material.
Status.
I still don't understand the factuation of that cup.
Yeah, me either. It's status.
I'm good. I don't need to get it as a gift and crying over it. Oh my God, I got that. No, I'm good.
And then worry if someone's going to scratch it.
Or steal it. No, I'm good. I will go to my Walmart and get my $20 cup. Or go on Amazon and get the dupe.
The dupe, yeah.
And I'm good.
Awesome. Well, we're going to jump in a quick little song break here. I guess, because I'm surrounded by Trinis today, I'll keep it Trini focused.
Reggae if you want.
We're going to do the high life as we get into the next little hot drop mic break in a couple minutes. This is the Weekend Morning Show on My Radio 580 AM. We'll be back with you right after.
I'll be that's interesting.
kataraana hai my radio. Ik naya samana hai my radio, my radio, my radio.
My Radio 580 AM, bringing Albertans together.
Yes, indeed. We are back. We are back on the air. That was a little bit of the high life from one Masha Montana. And while we're here in the song break, there was a lot of conversation about the greatness of Buff Bunny. And
I was on that website like I was going to buy stuff.
you
I
know,
got no money.
I'm seeing some good stuff
I'm
here.
There's some good stuff on that website.
And I just like, let's just take notes. Brands, big brands.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Exactly.
Don't try to offend me. I have options.
got options, especially
Have
like with,
options.
you know, within the black community, we got a lot of people out here doing great things. There's actually some guys in Calgary as well that release some interesting athletic wear from down there as well too. The names are escaping me, but they do good stuff. We featured them in Melanistic in January of last year, in the Young Black Entrepreneur Special. So there are options out there.
Why am I still on this website? I'm sorry. I'm listening to you, Greg, but I'm like, ooh.
I have something in my checkout. In my cart. Something's already in my cart. Things are happening, Buff Bunny.
Shout out to Catherine over at Insecure Fitness doing her thing. Have you guys ever seen her workouts though?
I have, yeah. I follow her on Instagram.
Oh,
I
man.
haven't, but I will follow her now.
Well,
yeah, she's really, and she talks a lot about like just confidence as well, and I guess
Okay.
insecure fitness, right?
yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
good stuff.
Well, I mean, speaking of like Instagram and all those things, commonality in that is our phones,
Oh, man,
data.
Can't live without them.
ridiculous.
Can't live without them. And boy, do they know that.
Yep.
Want to hear something on why they know that, Danny?
Well, if you're with Rogers, your bill is going to be going up, I think, the end of this month or the beginning of February. $7 to $9 more, which sounds small, but if you have a hefty plan, that's a lot of money.
It is a lot.
Why is Canadian phone plan so expensive
To start with,
to start with? Like,
It's a,
I
it's a
don't get
monopoly.
it.
It's a monopoly. Like,
I need to get out of it.
because I mean, you think about it, there are not that many phone service providers in Canada compared to the U.S. The infrastructure is owned by one company, Bell, Northern Telecom. Let's start there. The fact that the infrastructure is owned by one company, and then they give the illusion of competition, where you have like say Fido, TELUS.
We're all the same.
Wind. Well, Fido is TELUS.
yeah.
Yep.
Right. They're just like, yeah, we'll just change the name and present it like a lower budget thing and, make sure that, you have certain coverage in certain areas. But they're really only like 2 or 3 companies.
Yeah, yeah. And they've all decided that they're going to screw us over equally.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone who has been following Rogers for the last 2 years should have expected a phone price hike to come after they were allowed to purchase Shaw.
Now the market share, it's like you can't get away from it.
Right.
What are your other options?
Yeah, you have no, like, it still blows my mind how those 2 companies were allowed to merge.
Yep.
I don't get it.
In the developed world,
Yeah.
Canada has just probably the most ridiculous rates I've seen. I've traveled to places that are also considered developed, and phone bills are a fraction of the price. Most things in Canada as well, not just the phone bills. Like, why are we
everything.
paying? Why are these companies allowed to have this monopoly? And I understand that Canada is young, still developing, but geez, man, feel like you have your foot on my neck here.
It's a bit out of control. I mean, like, you guys hear me talk about Japan all the time, but man, in Japan, the phone situations they're off the chain with like options and quality and service, and like we have nothing on what they have, even in China and South Korea, leaps and bounds ahead of us.
Question. In Japan, can you call other countries without getting charged extra?
Yep.
And it's the same thing in the States. Like, they can call Canada like it's nothing.
But make a mistake and call a U.S. number. Make a mistake. Make a mistake.
Don't get it.
See if it's income on the next bill. Comment.
Like, I don't understand why we have to pay extra
To call them.
call-
But they call us.
and they call us like it's nothing.
Don't call me, I'll call you.
That's what I told all my friends in the States. I'm like, you can call me on WhatsApp. But
Don't call me, I'll call you.
yeah, like, I don't understand. Same with
So who do you phone with?
I am with Virgin.
Me too, I'm at Virgin.
Yeah, because I was with TELUS and I was with Bell, and they screwed me over every time.
I feel like if we just can't get away from the high prices, it's just something to look at, to hope that it comes down with time. But the monopoly
it's not
just
gonna come
has
down.
us all in a chokehold. What can we do?
I am about to go buy a cell phone in the States and get a plan in the States and bring it over here.
Can that work?
Yes.
How?
I don't know, but I will find a way.
Yo, daddy is out here.
I will find
Being creative. Daddy's out here.
I will find a way.
Daddy's out here being hella creative.
I will find a way. Because they don't have roaming charges. So if I just have a cell phone,
You know, you might be onto something.
right?
I feel like she's
I'll
on
just be
something
like,
genius.
yo, if you want to call me on WhatsApp because you're in Canada, because I know, or I will call you.
You know what? You might be onto something.
See?
Danny, when next time you travel to the US, do that. And please let us know if it works.
I will. I gotta have money to buy a cell phone in the States, but I will. I definitely will. Even with the data plan, it's new here.
What do you mean?
Like the unlimited data plan.
right?
It's new. It's very new.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I've only for the past 4 to 5 years I've been around. To me, that was standard. So it's like newest in the past 4 to 5 years.
No, it's like new, like as in I think it was last year, 2022.
They had that unlimited data.
Unlimited
Well,
data, yeah.
BK just messaged me with some insight on the rationale with the pricing, and so BK actually was involved in the telecom.
Oh, okay.
Building infrastructure.
There's some
things
behind
like
the
that.
scenes.
Hold on,
yeah.
BK,
There's
are
some
you
behind the
available
scenes.
next week?
Oh, I'm sure BK would love to come in. Right?
Getting some insight
Right?
here. right?
No, but basically what BK was saying is it comes down to simple numbers and the population size. So, like Canada, we have maybe 30 million people. The U.S.
40 million now.
40 million, yeah, give or take, right? The U.S. is like 300 million.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the numbers in the U.S., yes, they'll have a lower price because they have a higher population to support the cost of that infrastructure.
So we're paying.
Listen to me, I'm not buying it.
So we're paying. So the infrastructure prices are what they are, but because our numbers aren't as high population wise, each person pays a larger share.
So what I'm hearing is that we're paying the price of 3 people.
Essentially, yeah.
Or like 10 people, if you really think about the ratio.
Essentially, yeah.
But
Yeah.
yet you have, I guess it's a landmass as well, right? Canada is huge.
It's huge.
It's
yeah.
huge. So is the U.S.
But they have the people.
They have the population.
But like I'm just comparing it to like European countries that also have very low cost for utilities, but it's a smaller mass of land, right? And smaller population as well.
Yeah.
Like nowhere has bills like us in terms of the monopoly and how much we pay for like some utilities.
We pay a lot for a lot of these things.
Phones being particular.
Yeah.
Phones in particular.
Phones in particular, but it is indeed a valid point about in terms of population size and cost per person to have this infrastructure going.
That's a
Stupid.
unique perspective.
Shout out to BK and thank you
Yes,
for
thank you.
BK man, I don't believe it.
Greg, I think I
refuse.
sent you a cell phone plan that I came up. I don't know. My phone was listening to me,
yes.
and a cell phone plan came up. It's some new company that's coming out, and it's like $4.
Yeah, I saw that. I have to look into that and see if that's legit. Because here's the problem with those things. You may only get like coverage within like a certain radius. So like if I leave Edmonton, my phone won't pick up on anything.
Oh man.
So that's why I'm always
So it's good for
wary.
kids.
Yeah, so I'm always wary of those.
Yeah.
Those types of plans because I'm like, what's the coverage?
But I looked at their map. Their map is pretty. Covers a lot.
Yeah, I would have.
I just don't
lots
know
of-
how good the reception would be.
Yeah.
But it covers a lot.
Yeah, I'd have lots of questions.
Yeah.
With what exactly, like if I take a road trip to Fort McMurray, will I have a phone
Yeah.
that's functioning?
I think though that if you can give me a phone plan for $4 a month, it's possible that you could bring my normal plan down. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
How long have they paid off for that infrastructure that they're still claiming to be charging us for?
Well, the $4 a month, if it's only, so you gotta remember these things ping to towers, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm driving up north and the towers aren't there to support what you have the rights to access, then that cell coverage is useless to me if I'm the type of person that likes to travel.
Yeah.
Like if you're someone that's an urbanite that's only going to stay in downtown or you're
Yeah.
never going to leave the south side or whatever, then that might make sense for you because your coverage will never be impacted because you don't go nowhere.
There are certain parts in the south side that you don't even get cell service.
That is very true.
That's very true.
So
And that's changing because they're putting up new towers.
So when I tell you I'm upset over the amount of money I pay for my cell phone bill because I can't use my cell phone at my kid's school because
Yeah.
that area is like a dead area,
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
No,
I'm pissed.
I miss the creativity in cell phones. Like I was telling you guys. So for those of you that listen, know that I lived in Japan for 10 years, and when I moved to Japan the first time, some of you might remember the old analog-looking Nokia phones,
Yep.
right? I had one of those, thinking this is cool. This is where we at. This is in 2000, 2001. I get to Japan. I was so embarrassed. I had to hide that thing. Like people were watching TV on their phone,
Right.
all playing games, all kind of things. And here I am with my little Nokia, thinking that this is what cell phones are. And I get to Japan and they're like, "What is that?" Literally, it was like, ew.
That's crazy.
So I miss that part about Japan where you just walk into the cell phone shop and see what's the latest model that someone's come out with this month. It made it fun.
And Greg is going to take Danny and I on a tour to Japan.
To Japan? Yep. I'm waiting for that.
That you didn't tell them about that part, Greg. He conveniently forgot Danny to
that part.
announce his plans.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
part was omitted from the conversation.
That's the only thing I heard in that day, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I am long overdue for a return to Japan. A lot of
How
people
long
have been
is the
asking
flight?
for when my return is imminent. So,
Yeah.
no, there's a lot of my friends are still there, doing their thing. Shout out to Gardner and Natsuko. They had their 12th wedding anniversary this week.
Oh, congrats.
Gardner is the person that got me on the path to media.
Aw.
Yeah, he gave me my first job in media in Japan for Outdoor Japan magazine. And he and I were ride or die on that thing for the 5-6 years that I was there working with him. So, he never had a boss quite like Gardner. It was good times. Very good times. But
I feel like if we let Greg go to visit Japan, we will never see him again.
I was just
sounds
thinking
like
that.
it.
I was
We
just.
will be getting texts. Okay, so just sell my apartments. Just give away everything inside. Don't bother to ship anything. I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, I got my spot.
Deuces.
Got me a spot in Hakuba.
Deuces, man.
Hey,
We're at the airport. We're like, where's Greg? Did he sleep in?
Hey man, there are lots of there are lots of like Edmontonians doing big things in Japan too.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
like so in Hakuba Evergreen Outdoor Adventures is one of the biggest expat-owned tour companies in Japan. It's owned by Edmontonian. Carrie from Sweet Riders, she just recently moved back, but Sweet Riders was
Oh, wow.
she's from Edmonton.
Yeah.
Another big company. So there are a lot of Edmontonians out there doing stuff. Up in Niseko in the north, there's two Canadian brothers that have a lodge up there. It's the only place you can get actually proper poutine in all of Japan.
The fact that we can get proper poutine here and you can get it in Japan
It says a lot.
says a lot.
Yeah, it says a lot. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on up there.
So what I'm hearing is that we're going to Japan this year.
And we may be coming back without
And we
Greg.
may.
Greg may or may not
Maybe
be
we
on the
should
return
without
flight.
Greg. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
that's what I'm hearing.
He may or may not be on the return flight.
Greg, why do you only have a one-way ticket?
Anyway, it's 5 to the hour. I mean that 2 hours went fast.
Yeah.
But I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for joining us. Mother of Dragons, thank you for coming in and
You're
hanging
most welcome.
hanging with us today. T from Ladies Corner was going to come in today, but she had a last minute thing, couldn't make it in. But that's all
okay.
good. We'll get T back. And Danny,
Yes, sir.
always good riding with you.
It was fun.
That's right. We'll do it again. Till then, we're going to take you out with a little Skinny Fabulous. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go Preety instead.
Ooh.
Yeah. Don't
Spicy.
don't judge me. This is
No
a weekend
judgment.
morning show. My Radio 580 a.m. Danny and G in the morning, getting your weekend off to a good start. Thank you for tuning in. Mother of Dragons, we'll see you again for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Till then, ciao.
Bye.
Tongues does collide that wake the beast that's inside. This feeling is so heavenly. So give thanks for life. Through the pain we survive. Don't let the fear rule your life. We don't know when this would come again. Hit me down in Porter's Spain. Time to play our mass again. And expose it on TV. So don't judge me. Just watch this. I do it once a life. I only have one life, so don't judge me. You can't stop this. We do it must be like. We only need tonight, so don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
You are listening to CHAH, My Radio 580 AM Edmonton, bringing your burdens together.
दिन शनिचर 6 जनवरी सन 2024 ਅੱਜ ਪੋ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੀ 21 ਤਾਰੀਖ ਨਾਨਕਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਸੰਮਤ 555 ਮਾਈ ਰੇਡੀਓ 580 AM ਦੇ ਸਰੋਤਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਦੇਸ਼ ਅਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀਆਂ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹਾਂ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸੁਣੋ ਅੱਜ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਮੁੱਖ ਖਬਰਾਂ। ਬਰਨਾਲਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਜ ਕਿਸਾਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਹਾ ਪੰਚਾਇਤ ਹੋਈ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ। 26 ਜਨਵਰੀ ਤੇ ਟਰੈਕਟਰ ਪਰੇਡ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਕਿਸਾਨ। ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਸਾਬਕਾ ਜਥੇਦਾਰ ਮਰਹੂਮ ਗੁਰਦੇਵ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੌਂਕੇ ਦੇ ਕਤਲ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਜਨਤਕ ਹੋਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਿਆਸੀ ਸਫਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਡਾ ਭੂਚਾਲ। ਨਵਜੋਤ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਦੀਆਂ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਰੈਲੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ। ਜਾਖੜ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਖਹਿਰਾ ਤੋਂ ਪਿੱਛਾ ਛਡਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ। ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਪਾਲ ਦੇ ਚਚੇਰੇ ਭਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਦੇ ਹਵਾਈ ਅੱਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ, ਜਿਸ ਦੀ ਕਈ ਥਾਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਨਿਖੇਧੀ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੜਾਕੇ ਦੀ ਠੰਡ, ਸਿਹਤ ਵਿਭਾਗ ਨੇ ਜਾਰੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਐਡਵਾਈਜ਼ਰੀ। ਸੰਘਣੀ ਧੁੰਦ ਦੀ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਮਿਲ ਰਹੀ ਚੇਤਾਵਨੀ। ਇਧਰ ਫਿਲੌਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 4 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇ ਪਤਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਘਰੋਂ ਕੱਢਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਸ਼ਖਸ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ। 4 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੀ ਕਬਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਅਦਾਲਤ ਦੇ ਕਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੱਢੀ ਗਈ ਲਾਸ਼। ਮੰਤਰੀ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਨੇ ਪਰਮਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ ਬੰਗਾ ਨੂੰ NRI ਸਭਾ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਬਣਨ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵਧਾਈ ਦਿੱਤੀ। ਕੇਂਦਰੀ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਗੋਇੰਦਵਾਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿਖੇ ਭਿੜੇ ਹਵਾਲਾਤੀ ਅੱਧਾ ਦਰਜਨ ਦੇ ਕਰੀਬ ਜ਼ਖਮੀ ਹੋਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਵਿਸਥਾਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣੋ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਖਬਰ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਯੂਨੀਅਨਜ਼ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਨਿਰਾਸ਼ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ MSP ਦੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਕਈ ਰੈਲੀਆਂ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਅੱਜ ਵੱਡਾ ਇਕੱਠ ਬਰਨਾਲਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਇਆ। ਇਹ ਮਹਾ ਪੰਚਾਇਤ ਸੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ 18 ਕਿਸਾਨ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ। ਫਰਵਰੀ 2024 ਦੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਕੂਚ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਮਹਾ ਪੰਚਾਇਤਾਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੰਜਾਬ, ਹਰਿਆਣਾ, ਰਾਜਸਥਾਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ